G'day everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, my name's John and I'm a professional wildlife photographer based here in the beautiful Aotearoa, New Zealand. Now I've made my way back to Hawke's Bay and over the next 3 days I'm going to be spending some time photographing one of New Zealand's most distinct and elegant wetland birds, the Royal Spoonbill, known in Māori as the Kōtuku ngutupapa. And you might be able to make a few of them out just sitting in the tree behind me. Now these birds are incredible to watch and even more incredible to photograph, especially during breeding season. And you guessed it, that's right now. Let's go. So the reason I've come back to Hawke's Bay at this time of year is because it's right on the breeding season of the Royal Spoonbill. And for me, I think that some of the best images of the Kōtuku ngutupapa comes when it's right in its breeding plumage and it's got the great big crest or mohawk that they put on display, along with some coloration in its breastplate. So over the next 3 days, that's going to be my challenge to try and get one of those images. And I thought I'd just bring you along and show you a little bit behind the scenes of how I go about my fieldcraft and trying to capture that image. Well, true to form, there's not much action at the moment. It's always the way. But I kind of find with these Royal Spoonbills, it's generally kind of in the evening and obviously first thing in the morning when they're most active. But what I've done, I've got myself in position with the sun behind me, shooting back towards where the birds are. And one really interesting thing I've noticed with these birds is that they don't actually call very much at all. They actually communicate through doing bill claps, displaying their crowns and little head bobs. And so what I've kind of noticed over all this time of photographing them, that when they start displaying that behaviour with their crests up, they're bobbing their heads and they're kind of clapping their bills together, that's your time to get ready because some action's about to happen. Well, it's just not really happening at the moment. Look, if you're a bird photographer, I think you know exactly what I'm on about and you know the exact feeling. The birds are all pretty static. They're kind of just sitting in their roosts and there's not much action at the moment. So it's very slim pickings trying to get the photo that I'm looking for. So I think while the light is good and it's going to get even better, I'm going to get myself into position and photograph some of the ducks and geese that are here, and just hope that maybe a spoonbill comes down to the water's edge at night for a little bit of a bathe. We can get some nice images. Well, we might be in here. Spoonbill has flown over and it looks like it's starting to get ready to have a bit of a bathe. I'm going to approach it from quite a distance, get down nice and low. I'm going to position the sun behind me to get some better light, and I'm just going to crawl in nice and close to the edge and just try and get some video of this bird having a wash. I guess this is what I love about bird photography, is that I've been here for almost 2 hours and it's been really quiet. A little bit soul destroying if I'm completely honest, and then all it takes is one bird like this to land in an area with some all right light. Look, I'm contending with a lot of ducks in the frame as well, but it just makes it all worth it. And it just shows you that just perseverance, just come up with a plan, stick with it, and eventually you are rewarded. Well, I think I'm going to call that a day. Definitely didn't get the shots that I was looking for. I think we've got some nice images, but not quite the one that I was looking for. But look, tomorrow's another day. Yeah, so I'm going to go home, go get these batteries all charged up, get a good night's sleep, and be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. Well, good morning everyone. Well, back out, day 2, and we've literally just arrived, and there's about 6 spoonbills actually bathing just in the shallows here. And this is exactly kind of what I was wanting yesterday, which didn't happen. So pretty cool to see first thing in the morning. And so they're having a bit of a wash here. And the really interesting thing with these birds, which I only just found out not that long ago, is that with their kind of unique spoon-shaped bill, and when they feed and they sweep it side to side, they're actually finding food by the use of vibration through their bill, which is really quite an interesting thing that I didn't know about these birds. But I'll try and get some footage of them doing that sweeping motion from side to side, but at the moment they're just cleaning. And we'll get a couple shots of them, so it is pretty awesome. Well, I think I got the shot I was looking for. Absolutely stoked. Managed to get that full crown up while it was down in the water bathing, and then made my way back around to the other side of the pond and got super spoilt with a spoonbill out on a perch, fully displaying, which was just absolutely awesome. The sun's starting to come up now. It's getting a little bit bright. Still plenty of good shooting to be had, so I'm just going to go walk my way a little bit further around and see if I can come up with some more images. So whenever I'm out photographing birds, I always stick to like a 5-point plan. Always starts with observation. I find with observing the birds and kind of seeing what they're doing, you can come up with a plan to what style of photo you're trying to capture. I then take into account the light. At the moment, I'm actually shooting into the sun, trying to grab some nice silhouettes. So the light kind of really dictates the story that you're trying to tell. It kind of sounds a little bit odd, but my next one's actually backgrounds. I try and always strive to get a nice clean background behind my birds. I try and really avoid that distracting, cluttered scene. And so backgrounds plays a huge part in my imagery. Then it's eye level. So how do we get to eye level? Well, it depends really where the bird is. If it's in the water, you're going to be lying down nice and low. Could be kneeling, could be up on a tripod like this, or you could be up on a hill kind of shooting level with the eye of the bird. So just do whatever it takes to get to eye level. Makes the photo more engaging. Then we go into some composition, just trying to avoid, once again, cluttered scenes. And if you've got the bird in one side and it's looking to the left, make sure there's room for that to breathe, so give it some space on the left. And then my last one really is just trying to capture a behaviour or an emotion with the bird. And if you kind of stick to those 5 kind of points, or I find anyway, that it actually makes quite a solid image. Well, I think that comes to the end of this morning's shoot, and probably almost the end of the video, as I think I've achieved what I came here for, which was just to capture a beautiful image of a Royal Spoonbill with that full breeding plumage and that crown on display. It's so funny, like it's such a 2 polar opposite days. Yesterday was really hard work and quite soul destroying, and today was absolutely spoilt rotten with multiple photographic opportunities. Now, I'll be interested in the comments below. When you go out and take photos of birds, do you have like a process that you go through that really kind of helps you along your journey? Yeah, leave a comment below. I'll be interested to find out. Hope you've enjoyed the content, and I look forward to seeing you all at the next one. Cheers.